Okay, by now I'm sure you've seen Skylar Diggins assault Caitlin Clark after Indiana blew out Seattle. Now, was that jail? No. Would it be a fight in the NBA? Yes. What I don't get is the Seattle coach here is the one complaining after the game, and Skylar, tears in her eyes, being like, how dare Caitlin embarrass me? How dare they beat us by 30?
We're hearing it started with one hit. August 18th, 2024. The Fever blew out Seattle in their own building. Clark was dancing, Lexie Hull was having a career night, Indiana was flying high. And then it happened. Seattle's Skylar Diggins, walking off the court, delivered a controversial body check to Caitlin Clark that fans still haven't forgiven. The replay didn't lie. It was deliberate. It was ugly. It was the moment the league realized people were going to come after Clark.
Caitlin's going to back down because they're crying like, how can a rookie embarrass us? What do they keep beating us up like this? How is she so good? No, Caitlin doesn't back down at all. She's like, hey, zip it, Skylar, shut up, stop crying. She literally mouths, stop crying. I'm not sure if it's in this video.
The rumors started flying. Seattle was bitter, salty, even embarrassed. And while the league tried to move on, the Fever didn't. They remembered, and they waited. Flash forward to June 24th, 2025. The Fever, limping into Seattle on a 2-game losing streak, had their backs against the wall. The Storm, riding high on a 3-game win streak. And the crowd, loud, hostile, and ready to see Clark fall again. But guess what? Clark did fall, at least on the stat sheet. She went 3 for 13 from the field, 0 for 6 from deep, 6 total points. Her worst shooting performance of the entire season. Normally, that's game over. But this wasn't just any game. Because while Clark struggled, her teammates started writing history.
After the last 2 games against the Valkyrie, after the last game against the Las Vegas Aces, a question many of us had was, who's going to step up on this Indiana Fever team when Caitlin Clark doesn't have it, when the shot's not falling? If she's not able to carry this team, who's willing to step up and show up when it matters the most, when it's time to buckle down and get this team a victory? Folks, after the last 2 games, I just wanted a win tonight.
Aaliyah Boston said, enough is enough. And then she absolutely dominated. We're talking 31 points, a new career high. She attacked Seattle's defense like she had a score to settle. And she did. This wasn't just post moves. This was pure ferocity. She grabbed 8 rebounds, dealt 3 assists, stole the ball twice, and owned every inch of the paint. What we're hearing from Fever insiders is this game was circled on Boston's calendar too. The locker room remembered August, and Boston decided if they're going to go after Clark again, they'll have to go through me. And they couldn't.
This league doesn't know what to do with Caitlin Clark. They don't know what to do with the Indiana Fever. It's not just her, Aaliyah Boston, Mitchell, Hull. This team is coming together, and Caitlin Clark is loving it. She's laughing at you, Skylar. Imagine that you bump her, and then you have the audacity to complain about them. Just play ball. You didn't hear Indiana crying when they started off 1-9. They just got up off the mat and started. That's assault!
Then something else happened. Something nobody predicted. Lexie Hull? Yes, that Lexie Hull got her first career double-double. 15 points. On Burr rebound, pure fire. She was flying across the court like her life depended on it. Diving for loose balls, grabbing boards over bigger players, running in transition. And the effort? Insane. The Seattle crowd couldn't even boo her because she was outworking their entire front court.
That. And that's been our whole focus, is play a full 40 minutes, win every 5-minute increment that we can. And just really proud of our group. I feel like we've, hit some adversity along the way, and I think that's only pushing us closer and closer together. And just really proud of how we stayed with it. They were, going on there, running the fourth quarter, trying to fight back, and I feel like there's been times where we've separated in that moment. And tonight we just stayed together, and that just shows the growth of our team and how we're just, again, our chemistry is getting better and we're trusting each other more, and I think we saw that in the fourth quarter.
We're hearing her energy on the bench lit a spark under the whole team. She wasn't flashy, but she was relentless. And in a game about revenge, hustle mattered more than anything. But hold on, we haven't even talked about Kelsey Mitchell. You want to talk clutch? Mitchell dropped 26 points, drilling 5 3-pointers, most of them in the final stretch. Her shooting silenced the Seattle crowd and cracked the Storm's defense wide open. And get this, Mitchell's performance made WNBA history. It was her 14th career game with at least 25 points and 5 threes, pushing her into 5th place all-time for most games like that. 5th all-time, folks. And she did it while Clark was ice cold. You could see it in her eyes. Mitchell wanted this game, and she took it. Let's be real. Seattle came into this game with a plan. Shake up Clark, rattle her confidence, use the same intimidation tactics from last season. But here's the twist. They succeeded at rattling Clark and still got torched by the rest of the team.
Fever time! Bow, bow, bow! No! There we go! There we go! We crushed them in fast break points 17-8. Right, we crushed them in second chance points 20-11. Okay, all of those things, y'all, all of those things are winning in the margins. Right, winning in the margins. And when it comes down to tough games, when it comes down to gut check games, and this was a gut check back against the wall game for us. But I'm so proud of you guys and the way that you responded.
Boston, Hull, and Mitchell said, not today. The bullies became the bullied. And rumors are, Storm players were shocked in the locker room. Shocked that a Clark off night still ended in a loss. They weren't just outplayed, they were outfought. This wasn't just a win. It was a statement.
AB career high 31. Composure, finishing around the rim, and your 800 career rebound.
There's Boston with it. She'll lay it up and in.
Coach Stephanie White said it best. This was the most connected the Fever have looked all year. Players weren't forcing shots. They made smart passes, rotated perfectly, and trusted each other like never before. No panic, no hesitation, just basketball the right way. And the result? A full 40 minutes of complete team domination. It was the kind of chemistry that only comes from struggle and revenge.
Kelsey said this feels like the first time you guys put in a 40-minute game. Just how did it feel for you?
Yeah, I mean, we did. You know, I think we had some hiccups and we had some breakdowns, but we played through them. And we played with multiple levels of effort on both ends of the floor. You know, for the most part, you know, made really good decisions, had each other's back. Highest level of consistent communication we probably had all year. You know, and I felt like there was huge growth from our team today, and I'm really proud.
Here's what we're hearing from team insiders. This win wasn't just a feel-good moment. It was the moment Indiana found its identity. They're no longer just Caitlin Clark's team. They're Boston's team, Mitchell's team, Hull's team, a team of grinders, scorers, and warriors. They've been forged in fire, bullied,
biggest
overlooked,
star.
doubted,
That made it even worse
and
for
they've come
Fever
out
fans
stronger.
watching at home.
And now, they're
Some
ready
people
to
thought the
compete
Storm
with
were trying to
anyone in the
prevent
league.
Clark from getting.
Lexie, first career double-double. Career high 11 rebounds. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Together. 3, 1, 2, 3.
At the end of the game, the scoreboard read, Fever 94, Storm 86. But it wasn't just about the numbers. You could see it in their faces. The hugs, the screaming, the post-game celebration. This win meant something. After dropping games to the Valkyries and Aces, the Fever were sliding. They needed a lifeline. This was it. Kelsey Mitchell said, this was the first time we played a full game. And boy, did it show. So here's the message to the rest of the WNBA. You can't bully the Fever anymore. That team from last year, the one you could push around, they're gone. This new Indiana squad has heart, has depth, and has fire. They prove that even when Caitlin Clark has an off night, the Fever can still bring the heat. Boston, Hull, Mitchell, they've stepped into the spotlight. And now the whole league has to take notice. This wasn't just revenge, this was rebirth. If you're not watching this Indiana Fever team, you're missing history in the making. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss the next chapter of this epic WNBA journey. This is She Can Hoop 2, where the real stories of women's basketball get told. We've got the Fever. Do you?